Good evening, everyone. Good evening. From Crafting and Cruising, I'm Lisa.
I'm Rodney, back in the background.
Ronnie's in the background cutting me some wire. And then he'll be on comments in a little while. Hope y'all had a great weekend so far. The beginning of the weekend. And are going to have a fabulous weekend. It's been a little cloudy here, but not too bad. I'm going to get Rodney to go turn the back air conditioner on because it's a little hot in here. So when you hop on, say hi. And if you watch the replay, hashtag replay, please. And let me know where you're watching from. So, hello, Debbie Freeman. How are you, my friend? Yeah, what have we been doing? Today I kind of had a lazy day.
I've been working.
A lazy start. Hey, Deborah, Jed, sister. And then I went thrifting. You probably saw my picture, a couple pictures I put on my page. And for this project, and I got to tell y'all, antique stores are not the place you want to go when you're going to do a project like this. This one is really close to me, and normally their prices are reasonable. They were not today, and they didn't have a lot of what I needed anyway. But anywho, we're going to make the best of it. We're going to do what we can. Never done this before, first time. So I called it a menagerie junk tree because it's going to have all kinds of stuff on it. So let me show you an example. Like this. Does anybody know what this is? Hey, Denise, sweet sister, anybody know what that is? Had it in my stash. Thought it was a gravy bowl, but y'all, that wouldn't hold much gravy. So what is that? I don't know. And then I've got things like this that Rodney cut the handle off for me. We all know what that is. A scooper, a gravy bowl. I just don't think it would hold much gravy, y'all. Maybe butter. I don't know. So I got this. I've got some of these little tart tins in all different shapes that I got a long time ago at a thrift store. I've got some serving pieces that I picked up at a thrift store. Got all kinds of cookie cutters. No, not gravy. I didn't think so either. Maybe sugar, Denise said. Maybe. That's a good thought. Or creamer, maybe. I don't know. I have a funnel. I have a little stopper-upper for the kitchen sink. I have a spice container shaker. I've got a little cup. I've got a sugar bowl because I have a lot of these. And a creamer. And I've got little bottoms of candlesticks. I've got some metal angel wings that Rodney cut out for me. Shaker's good for diamond dust. It is, but the diamond dust will not come out of this because the holes are too little. So I have mine in an old cinnamon sugar shaker. Then I have lots of forks, knives, and spoons that Rodney and I picked up at sales. Then I've got these little silver plastic spoons that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I've got some silver keys, including some with bling on them. And then I have a, what's this called? Corkscrew. And I have a, what's this called?
Egg beater. Whisker.
Whisk. And,
There you got your.
I've got lots of things, y'all.
I don't know what that is.
So,
that
what
was
we're
a
going
cork.
to do is we're going to put them on a tomato cage.
Rodney's replugging the camera up.
Sorry, y'all. So, Rodney went and got me a tomato cage today. So, we're going to cover this thing in a menagerie of junk. I don't know what I'm going to put on top yet. I don't think I have a topper yet. I'm going to have to be real creative and think of what I want to go on top. Thank you, Denise. But first of all, a couple of things I want to show you. Rodney made this last year, and I think it is too cute. It is a tree of forks. Isn't that clever? Love it.
Does the charger show it's charging?
I can't tell because the charger's not showing, period.
Oh.
So, I wanted you to see that. Then, you all know that I have a telegram, which is probably how most of y'all, I need this around here, but I knew how most of y'all knew when I was going to be on. Hey, Jody Christensen, the funnel would be cute as a topper. You know, Rodney put it on there a while ago as a topper. That could be a topper, too. Could be. That might look cute on there. It might be a little bit too heavy, but this tree's going to be heavy, you guys. Hey, Mickey. So anyway, y'all know that I have a telegram, and I'm trying really, really hard to get all of my followers to follow me on Telegram so that I can make sure that everybody is notified when I go live. Plus, we don't ever know what Mr. FB is up to, and that way I can get in touch with you. Also, I had asked before that everyone PM me their email address. Why do I need your email address, you ask? Because again, if something happens with this platform, I need to be able to get in touch with you. I will never share it with anyone else. I will never share it with a company. It will stay with me. But I want people, if they will, to email me at craftandcruise. Some of you have already done it. craftandcruise@gmail.com, and give me your email address. And once I get my Telegram subscribers, I think I have 79 now. Once I get up to 100, and once I get most everyone's email, I may do 2 different giveaways. I'm going to do a giveaway. So, if you haven't subscribed to Telegram, it's pinned to the top of my page. Please go do that. This is one thing I'm going to give away. I love mine. It is a bendable ruler that will go around anything and everything so you can draw lines. You will love it if you get it. Y'all, these hips are old and they hurt. And I'm sitting in the motorhome on the floor because I cannot do it at my desk, clearly. So, without further ado, thank you, Jody. And Jody, congratulations on your job. I'm so happy for you. I have that bendable ruler, game changer for sure. I'm so happy for you. I know you said it wasn't your first choice, but I'm so, so happy that God gave you a job, and I can't wait to hear all about it. So, way to go, sister. Okay, so I have some wire around here. Rodney and I talked about it, and he really thinks the best thing for me to use is hot melt glue and wire. So, we're going to see what happens, you guys. I don't know. Let me show you something else interesting I'm going to put on here. Do y'all know? Who knows what this is? I'm going to wait a minute and see who knows what this is. Hey, my sister Shelly. This is going to go on the tree. What is it? No, it's not a baton. Like I'm trying to twirl it. And it's not a cigarette holder. Not a paintbrush handle. It's heavy. Turn it around. This should be a clue right here too.
Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, sis. That should be a clue right there. Can anybody guess?
A whistle.
You're close. Whoops. It's an organ pipe. An organ pipe. So we're going to put that on the cigarette holder. No, Denise, it's not, my darling. It's not the cigarette holder. Okay, guys. So, I'm going to pull this toward me. Rodney has suggested that I put the heavier stuff toward the bottom. This, Rodney, is there any way to bring this glue gun around, glue tool around on the other side of me so I can reach it?
Yes. I'll have to get you one more cord here.
No, it's good. Perfect, right there.
Okay.
All right.
But when you reach over there with it, you're not going to
So
have enough.
I'm going to start with some of the bigger things, and we're just going to see what happens, you guys. Like I said, I've never done it. It might be super cool, and it might be super fail. And if it is, oh well, we learned. I'm picturing Denise holding that cigarette holder. Me too, Shelly. Darling, do you have a light? I can hear her now. Darling. Now, y'all, some of these things are going to be like overlapped or layered too, so you won't necessarily see all of the wire, which will be good because that would bother me.
You can just snip off the extra there.
All right. Da 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 da. We got our first piece on. Whoop whoop. Lisa's excited. She's gonna have a mess in this motorhome to clean up when it's all over, so that all this stuff won't stick in my feet. So what do y'all have going this weekend? Tomorrow morning we have to go to a funeral, which I'm very sad about. Our friends that live in Ohio, a sweet friend Linda that Kimberly has met, her mother died. Ronnie, were you going to try to, can you take that tag off, and were you going to try to cut a hole in that?
Mm-hmm.
And they are bringing her back here to bury her. Or they're here, but they're from here initially. Actually, they're from Memphis. But
Denise Morris is going to dinner or lunch with her 2 friends.
good for you, Denise.
They're here from Florida, followers.
Oh, fun. How much fun. That's awesome. You guys, that's what one of the many things I love about the crafting community is that we get to meet each other and feel like we've known each other forever. And I love that. And even if I've never met Jody Christensen, but I feel like she's my sister. So that's just how cool it is. And then got to meet Denise and Maria Chapman and Grace and all those people at Dina's event. Of course, Kimberly and I go back all the way back to Kansas City, where we not only roomed together but slept in the same bed together. And we made pretty good bed partners. Okay, so can y'all see? I'll just have 2 bigger pieces on.
Excuse the sound of drilling.
Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Oh, I want to put some of these little things on, but I'm going to wait until I get the bigger pieces on. I don't know what this is unless it's just a big wide funnel.
It's for canning, Lise. So you put it over a jar and you put the tomatoes and stuff in.
Well, sorry. Clearly, I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box when it comes to canning. Have y'all ever heard that? Sharpest crayon in the box? Or what is it? One French fry short of a Happy Meal?
Or the sharpest tool in the shed.
Sharpest tool in the shed.
Excuse the drilling.
Oh, that was not tight enough. See, that's the problem. My dad says all of those, I know. We were talking about sayings the other day. My mother had sayings for most everything. And I forget, my friend Debbie, I forget what she said. She used to say all the time that absolutely cracked me up. I had never heard of it until she said it. If she gets on here, y'all see Debbie Oakley on here, tell me so I can ask her what it was. And she'll probably say, I don't remember, but I'm struggling a little bit, y'all, with this one. It's not wanting to tighten up.
Snip it off.
Let me let MacGyver take over. This one right here. Meanwhile, I'll start working on something else. I think we're supposed to get more rain tonight. Y'all, it has been insane. The storms around here. and I heard, I don't think it ended up doing a lot of damage, but I had heard that
Kentucky.
part of Kentucky, yeah, what part does Refab live in? She and Bella Barnes. Anyway, not Owensboro. That's where Tracy Campbell lives. Oh, did you only put one hole in here?
Yes.
Could you drill one more, please? Where do they live?
Where?
Hey, Deborah.
Where?
Diana, I mean. On the other side, yeah, so I can hang it up better. Anyway, wherever they are, you know, they got hit so hard a couple of years ago. They were expecting a lot more yesterday. I hope it passes. We are getting crazy storm. Shelly, you are? Wait, I missed the first of this. What is this, Deb? Well, Deb, this is called, I mean, I just named it this. Rodney and I named it together. A menagerie junk tree. So, you didn't put it all the...
Why would you put it all the way? I thought you were going to hang something under it.
So,
Sorry.
the reason we called it that is because, as you can see, we are putting a menagerie of items on here. We haven't even hardly begun yet. It's going to be fun. But most of the ones that I had seen similar to this, the people actually use small items. And I decided, why not use some big items and then layer them? Junk treasure tree. That's all right, junk treasure tree. So far, I'm loving this idea. Well, good, Deb. Okay, I need you on comments, sir, because I can't keep reading
Okay.
while I'm so busy. Okay, let me reach over here. This is biscuit cutter, I think. So I'm going to turn it a little bit. I tried to get everything in silver color, y'all, because I didn't want to have to paint everything. But this, I really want to use on there. It's not silver. So I may have to wait and use it when I can paint it.
Why don't you hang something near the top and then things can attach to them. Let's see what you got on comments here.
Would you please repeat that, sir, since you're telling me how to do it?
No, just a suggestion.
What did you say? Put something on top?
Yeah, go ahead and attach something near the top, and then if you need to keep it from falling down, there's actually a hook hanging under the top there. Like this. There's you something right there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, this is one of those kitchen sink things that I took the black part, the rubber part out of the center.
Shelly says, go big or go home.
That's right, Shelly.
And then she says something about me being bossy.
Shelly?
And Jody Christian says, wedded bliss. With a couple of ha-has after that.
Yeah, Jody. You know what? We are working on 43 years. So, after a while, you can just kind of, you know, read each other's thoughts and stuff. But sometimes with this crafting, I have to kind of remind him.
Who's the creative one?
Whose page it is. But really, it's our page. So, you know, I really can't say much because he is a crafter too. This is not holding up there, sir. I can't reach up there. I need you to do the top stuff, please. I can't stand up and down.
Like putting the top.
I don't want to read Augie's thoughts. Shelly. Oh, Shelly, you're funny. Funny, funny girl. I also brought some crystals in case we want to hang some crystals around, just to make it a little sparkly. Now these I'm going to glue on. So let me get everything on first that I think I need to hang on there. Let's hang this, what do you call this thing?
A dingle hopper.
No, it's not a dingle hopper. This is an organ pipe.
And among organ pipes, whoever said it was a whistle would probably be just about right.
Yeah, that's right, because it did
I
sound
think
like
that's
a
what it
whistle,
was.
didn't it? So Rodney went and bought from, was it from
Just an
next
individual.
door?
Yeah.
Y'all, or I don't know about where you live, but around here, you can get literally free pianos, which just hurts my heart because I play piano. My BFF and her husband headed out on their first RV trip yesterday. Oh, fun! Fun! That looks cute, y'all. Free pianos, which just hurts my heart. But Rodney had found a free, how do they advertise it? Do they say pipe organ?
No, it's a pump organ.
Pump organ. Yeah, a free pump organ. Well, we were hoping that inside the pump organ there would be pipes that we could salvage the pipes and craft with, and then use the wood like from the organ for other things if we wanted to. I think I want it up higher.
How
So I'll
high
put
you
it
want
up
it?
there.
Up there?
Yeah.
Okay, look
And
there. Okay.
so when he brought it home and started taking it apart, there was not one pipe in there.
In the meantime, I read about them and I realized that was going to be the case, but I hoped there'd be something good, and there was.
But y'all, it sounded funny because I went down there to play it, and you have to pump it, the pedals with both feet to make the sound come out, and it was weird, but it was fun.
She did pretty good.
Well, thank you, honey. There's always free pianos, or it just makes me sick. Yeah, we were in Virginia or somebody with the couple that I said her mom died,
Michigan.
and what?
Was it Michigan last year? Oh,
Wherever, I don't know.
some state.
But anyway, wherever we were, outside, they had a piano sitting outside, just in the weather, and I was like, oh, I cannot imagine, because I know what pianos cost.
But that piano worked. That was an organization, I read about it. They're collecting old pianos like that, and they're putting them all around the country. And even though they're rough looking, they fix them where they'll play and invite anybody that wants to stop and play them to play them wherever they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I could have played that one?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't very pretty, but
I have a beautiful organ that was out of a convent. It's at my mother-in-law's house because I have no, oh my gosh. I bet it is gorgeous. The church that I grew up in, well, not the one I grew up in as a child, we talked about that one the other night, but the church that I grew up in when I was a teenager, and where Rodney and I married, had a pipe organ with lots and lots of pipe, and it was gorgeous. It sounded so good. And for a while, I took organ lessons from our organist. And then I decided, nope, I don't think this is for me. Okay, let's put this little strainer on. Probably gonna need a lot more wire.
looks like you used some wire.
So y'all know there's no rhyme or reason to this. Just get it on there.
When it's all done, it's going to look a lot like the wall in my garage. With
Why?
tools, because all the tools hanging everywhere, all different kinds.
I'm trying to get this wire through this netting. This wire's not going.
Okay. Once you set it aside, and I'll give you a smaller wire. Just have to bring some teeny tiny wire for
My childhood
occasions.
church organ was huge and took up the entire front of the sanctuary. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get Rodney back on comments, but he's helping me right now. I know y'all can't see totally what we're doing, so I hate
Should
that.
I turn it a little more
I
towards
think
the
I want
tree?
I think I want to work more towards the bottom right now, so that they can at least see what it. See, this wire is just, these things are so heavy.
Well, you keep trying to tie them in the middle of a straight wire and slide them down. You need to tie them to something up here, see?
Well, I'll let you tie them up there. I'm going to tie the ones
Where
down
you-
here
where you
so
want
they
your-
can maybe see
Where do you want
what
your
I'm
screen?
doing. What'd you say?
Where do you want your screen?
Just put it up there, honey, wherever you want it. I don't guess they have to even hang straight anyway, do they?
done. As you get done, you can start gluing them together. Remember all that gluing you were going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna layer the glue on. I mean, layer things on there with glue. But these heavy things, I tell Rodney, I don't think they're gonna stay on with glue. Y'all, what is that movie that's out now?
About the abduction?
My daughter and her daughters went to see it yesterday.
Freedom something?
Yeah, I forget. What's it called? Y'all know? Have y'all seen it? I think it is Freedom something.
Let's put this pretty little silver cup on here then.
But she had been warned to take lots of tissue, which I had read.
Oh, sorry. I need to cut you
It's
there.
about child abductions, y'all. Sound of Freedom, yes, Deb. And so she had been warned, you know, you need to take lots of tissue. And when she got home, I asked her about it, and she said, I mean, it was a good movie, but... And she said there was a couple of times I teared up, but it wasn't... I don't think it was like she thought it was going to be. I don't think it was as... Whoops, that's falling out. As bad as she thought it was going to be. Not as bad. I don't mean to say that. She just... I don't know. She just said it wasn't... She was prepared for something more emotionally. But she did get emotional a couple of times. This is going to have two. It makes you mad, too. Very informative and aware. I just can't even hardly think about it. And the sad part to me is that so many people in this country will not admit that it's the problem that it is. And I don't like that. Okay, can you cut me some more wire off?
Sure.
Y'all, can y'all see so far? I mean, it looks like a hot mess right now. What is this? What is this?
I think it's part of like canning and stuff too. I think it's a thing that I think I've seen something like that where you got a handle and you put it in the thing and do like kind of like a mortar and pestle, but it squeezes stuff out. I believe that's what it is. But I'm just making stuff up.
Well, look, he made me some hooks. I might just hang this on here.
That's what I've been doing.
I don't like it right there, though.
Kind of like decorating
We'll
a
put it
Christmas
right
tree.
Yeah, I want to have it so full, and I'm not sure I'm going to have enough today, but I want to have it so full that people, you know, you have to spend a lot of time just looking around going, oh my gosh, what is that? I need a bunch of wire, please, sir, but I don't think I need pieces quite that big.
Cut them shorter. It's hard to cut them longer. You cut them shorter.
Well, let's put this one down here. This one hanging here will be good. Now, if y'all see something that you think I should hang in a certain place, Rodney's fixing to get back on comments, so y'all just comment on there and tell me, and I'll do it.
Yeah, ask him what that thing is over there.
I did. We have a lot of awareness here in North Texas because it's a hotbed due to accessibility to border. Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, you already asked him what that is over there? What did they say?
They said, somebody said a gravy bowl, then somebody said sugar, and I don't think anybody else said anything. Gravy bowl.
I mean, it wouldn't hold but about one big spoonful of gravy. That wouldn't do anything at my table. I'm reaching for the
Look,
gravy.
this is a silver bracelet, y'all. Not really silver, but just hanging on there. Look at this piece right here.
It's like a spatula, doesn't it?
Spatula.
It have a hole in it?
And no, it doesn't. I can't read on the back who it says. You know, there are some people who get really, really bent out of shape when a person goes to Goodwill or whatever and buys this kind of stuff, like silver trays, and then paints them and decoupages them or whatever. They get so bent out of shape, and I'm like, why would you get bent out of shape? It was going to sit there on the shelf in the Goodwill.
It says Gorman Heritage.
It says Gorham?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's what my good silver is Gorham.
Italy.
But people get so, I've seen some people get really jacked up.
Italy silver plate.
I can't believe you're using that silver and you're painting it and you're doing this and that and decoupaging it. Well, what do you want me to do? Just leave it sitting on the shelf at Goodwill? I mean, I'm repurposing it and giving it a new home and a new life, but there are a lot of people who they don't like that. They don't like the gimmick. So, oh well. That's on them, not on me. I love to repurpose silver trays. But y'all, let's be honest. How many people do you know that really spend a lot of their time using silver trays and they're good silver? Like, I have the same good sterling pattern that my mom had. And I love it. And I use it at Thanksgiving. And I use it at Christmas. And then if I have like a baby shower or wedding shower or something that I'm hosting, I'll use it then. But other than that, we don't use it. But I love it. I love using it. But not that many people do. And some of that makes me really sad because I feel like we've just gotten so far away from, I don't know, things that our parents and grandparents did that I think times back then were, I know they were hard in a lot of ways, but I guess I'm just sentimental and I love old people and I love old stuff and I don't know. I'm weird. If it gets used, it's holidays only. I know. Me too. But I'm still glad I have it. And I have a really nice Christmas place settings, you know, dinnerware that my mom started collecting for me years ago that I absolutely love. And I'm gonna see about gluing this. And I use it, of course. I use it on Christmas Day, Christmas morning, when we have Christmas breakfast. Used to, I was doing Thanksgiving here some too, with Rodney's family and my family. And so I would get the Christmas stuff out. Because, y'all, I don't be a hater, don't come after me, but I decorate for Christmas the weekend after Halloween. I don't like Halloween. I don't decorate for Halloween. But I do wait until the weekend after Halloween. I used to do it only because I go all out for Christmas, you guys. If you've seen my house at Christmas, you know it is my time of the year, and I love it. And I decorate nearly every room downstairs. I don't do as much decorating upstairs. But I do decorate downstairs almost every room. I have a lot of the original Snow Village houses, and I have several displays of those. And so when people would come for Thanksgiving then, family members, then they, and my Bible study ladies, they would get to see all of my decor during the season. Because nobody can see our tree from the road because we're down in the valley. And so I just like to decorate early so we can, and I love it. I love enjoying it. I love just having a fire in the fireplace and laying down on the floor and looking at it, and it's just who I am as a person. So so I would use my good Christmas stuff then.
Speaking of good stuff, I know what I want for Christmas.
You do?
Yeah.
What?
Some sharp drill bits.
What are you trying to drill right now?
That big long spatula.
Oh, okay. I really need you on comments.
Okay, that's where I am. Jody says, my grandmother collected Christmas dishes for me. They are stoneware from Germany and very valuable.
Ooh,
but they
bet.
aren't Christmas. No, but they aren't China. And I try to use it every day after Thanksgiving. It kind of goes with my Fiesta wear.
Love Fiesta wear. I used to have some fiesta where they still have 1 or 2 pieces. I think I got rid of most of it. Okay, let me turn this around a little bit so y'all can see it. Maybe too close, but yeah, Ronnie, can you back it up a little bit for me, please? Because I think it's too close for them to see. Now, let me start layering a few pieces like
About that.
this. It needs to turn toward the door so they can see more of it. There you go, a little bit more. There you go.
More of that and less of you, huh?
That's right. Don't need to see me, need to see this. Ooh, that's hot, guy.
Just a few more pieces, then I'm back on comments. It's starting to shape up a little bit.
Yeah. Slowly but surely. Y'all, I don't know if you were on the other night or the other day, whenever it was, when I announced that I've been invited to be Craft Around the Clock. And I'm very excited. I've already signed up for a couple times to be on there, so I will be posting that on my Telegram and posting the graphics on Telegram and my page, so y'all will know when I'm going live. And one thing that I signed up for that I didn't know I was signing up for till Tracy came on there and said, y'all need to know, if you still want to do it, that's fine. But one of them is a Christmas, like a Christmas mystery box. And I really, at some point, hope I get to be a part of the Mystery Box Challenge. I have put my name on the list. But this is a Christmas mystery box, and it's coming up pretty soon. And we don't have time, the new ones of us in Craft Around the Clock really don't have time to send out mystery boxes to each other. So we can get someone from our family, aka my husband, to pick out 3 items. And then I have to use 2 of them. And it's a challenge. I'm not sure what that really means, you know, but I don't know if they're going to be judged or anything or what, but I think that's going to be fun. It'll be my first time to do anything like a mystery box, though, and, you know, that's kind of scary. Because usually you have a limited amount of time, and you can't open the items until time for the challenge. So why don't you bring your phone over here, and that way you can look at comments over here while you're still cutting wire or whatever.
Multitask, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I could do that, but that gets me away from my cookies.
Y'all have a favorite cookie? Tell me in the comments what your favorite cookie is. I'm not a big cookie eater. Ronnie loves Oreos. I'll eat them every now and then. And I like homemade chocolate chip cookies, but I'm not a big cookie eater. But when we were house sitting the other day, our friends we were house sitting for have like packages of is it Keebler?
Yeah, I think it's
E.L. Fudge, I think.
I was going to show you, but I ate them all.
And they were good.
Thumbprints is what Deborah Jed says.
Thumbprints.
Chocolate chips, thumbprints,
Thumbprint cookies.
and oatmeal coconut with white chocolate chips.
What's a thumbprint cookie? Never heard of that. Like that you make a thumbprint cookie? Is that what you're talking about? Like with kids? This is pretty. Look right here.
I like that spoon.
Perfect. Well, don't like it too much because it's going on the tree. Now here's another good thing though. If there's something on this tree that, like, this is not going to happen, but any of my kids ever want or want to use or whatever, you know, I can always take it off.
Or another craft idea came up. You said,
Yeah.
hey, I could use that soup spoon or whatever.
That's right. I think I'll put a little bit more down here. This is not easy, y'all.
Are the oatmeal coconut with white chocolate chips, is that a purchased deal or is that one a fancy recipe you make? That's Christensen, I think. Jody.
Jody. That sounds good, Jody. Tell me about it.
I'm just pre-wiring a few of these.
Okay, here's the, remember these old can openers? So,
She said they are homemade.
yummy.
My address, if you want to send me some.
Oh boy. You never know what'll come out of his mouth the next, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna.
Jody says, is the shell spoon a butter spoon?
Butter spoon?
As opposed to a butter knife?
Jody.
You
Don't
got
ask me hard questions, Jody. Girl, I have no idea. Somebody else that knows what Jody's talking about, please answer her. Was that shell spoon a butter spoon? This is not staying on very well. Maybe I will have to wire it. Sometimes, what does that say? Sometimes I add craisins to them. Yum. You need to be reading comments.
I like craisins. It's a pretty weird spoon. Well, I wonder if you actually use it to shape the butter to make it pretty.
Maybe.
Sometimes I add craisins.
Now that
Veronica
makes sense.
says hi, Lisa. Oh, hey, Veronica.
Hey,
Thanks for joining
Veronica,
up with us
sister,
here.
how are ya? Veronica, tell us how you're feeling. You all remember we need to be praying often for Veronica.
Do y'all remember the show Green Acres?
Green Acres is the place for me.
And there was a man that came by always selling stuff, and he had a truck, stuff just hanging off of it everywhere. He was like he had anything you wanted, he had on that truck. He'd dig around, and his truck looked a little like this menagerie tree here with the stuff dangling off of it.
Sometimes we say, this is not working like I want it to. Sometimes we say that about our house, y'all.
But it's like Green Acres. Or that it's like
No,
Mr. Haney.
it's like Mr. Haney's
Haney's
yeah.
truck.
Or who's the other? What's the other show we say a lot of times?
Oh, Fred Sanford.
Sanford and Sons. Yeah, we say we look like Sanford and Sons around here.
Yeah, especially if there's some good deal. I end up coming back with my truck looking like Sanford's truck.
It's hard to keep our porch cleaned off because we pick up stuff and Jana picks up stuff. And right now we got a washing machine and dryer sitting on the porch, waiting to be taken upstairs and switched out with our other one. And we've got an extra refrigerator sitting in the middle of the den floor. And yeah.
We're upgrading our appliances a little bit, but we haven't quite got it completed yet.
And then we're going to upgrade our kitchen. Already got the farmhouse sink that I love in hammered brass. Copper. Hammered copper.
One of those metals.
You know, some kind of metal. Thank you. I'll stick that right now. I'm almost through with this center section right here on this side, you guys. But I need to move around and do another section. Now, the way you did this, I can't twist the two together.
No, right, you don't need to.
So then
Loop it across something and twist it.
Comments, please, sir.
Or just hook it. Diane Newman says, good evening.
Hi, my sweet sister. How are you?
And Donna Quoto K-A, I always get it wrong.
Donna, tell him one more time how to say your name.
Because I messed it up. Anyway,
Me
her
turn this around
dad
so y'all
loves what Stanford's son.
Oh, me too. I love
And
Fred
Aunt
Sanford.
Esther was a mess.
Aunt Esther.
She was straight laced, I'm telling you.
She was what?
Straight laced. She went by Fred Sanford one time and she said, "Well, I never." He said, "I bet you did."
I know, right? He says that to me all the time. Because Justin says that a lot. Well, I never is what he says. But, something will happen and I'll go, "I never." And Rodney goes, "I bet you have."
Potato. Potato. Potato.
Potato. You say potato, I say potato.
Potato.
Catato. I thought it was just Q-U-A-T-O.
It's K-A-T-A-T-O phonetically.
K-A-T-A.
But
Potato.
is it ta or tay?
Okay.
Is it catato?
Long A or
potato?
short A, please.
She told me
clarify.
last time it was like something, and I already forgot what it was.
Yeah, you need to tell him. Right, potato. Like
Cute.
potato.
Cute tree idea, says Ms. Newman.
Thank you, Diane.
And, Dana's laughing at my pronunciation.
I know. It's
I
pretty
got
bad.
an idea. I'm calling her Dana. I hope I got that right anyway. If I didn't, I'm in big trouble.
You're just going to call her Dana?
Yeah.
Just plain Dana? Can I have some wire, please?
Sure. Here, have this piece is laying on your
Well,
foot.
some of them I can't tell what's attached to something already and what's not, since you're up there just attaching everything.
I'm just an attacher. No U after the Q, it's pronounced with a K.
Okay. Okay. Did you get that? Ah! See what I did there?
Right. Catato.
He won't remember it.
It's just going to be Dana.
He's just going to call you Dana. For short.
Or
Dadgummit, it makes me mad when I get it all on there and then I clip it and it comes down.
well,
Don't flip it. I know what you're going to say. I know him, y'all. He thinks that I don't know what he's going to say, but I do.
do you have a tree topper? Says
No, I don't. Somebody suggested I use the funnel on top, but I've already got it on here. I do have another funnel. I don't know. Something about a funnel is just not like jiving.
You might be able to make one out of some
I
of
don't
these
guess that's going to
things.
stay on there.
We could
since
glue
it's
5
split.
keys together and make a star.
It's going to have to be something that makes a statement on top, that's for sure. Now, it's not going to have lights on it, so don't y'all get all crazy on it. It's not going to have lights. But I need something on here that's going to really make a statement.
You know, we could put this by the door and use it as a burglar alarm.
For sure.
Somebody trip
Except
over.
every time everybody went in and out, we would have to hear it.
Somebody trip over this in the night, we know it. She said, yes, that's right. So I guess she's talking about the last attempt I made with it. Diane Newman says, you have tree topper, already done that.
Diane Newman, you got some suggestions for a tree topper, sister? I'm open.
One thing about it, nobody's going to have a tree exactly like this one.
It's true. Even if I tried to replicate it, I couldn't. What is this doing right here?
What do you mean? Y'all may not know this, but sometimes when we're decorating our Christmas tree, I put some special ornaments on there.
Uh-huh.
Like
They know it. We talked about
no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
just the
No,
other
we
night.
didn't. Sometimes I'll go to the kitchen and get something. One time I got a biscuit and put a hanger and hung a biscuit on the tree.
On my mother's tree.
Nobody even noticed.
Oh, yes, they did.
It stayed on there for weeks.
It did not. You told us that night. McKinley and I saw it, and you said, shh, don't tell your mom.
And then
My poor mother.
one time I put a
He's so mean to
sweet
her.
pickle, hung it on there, and it stayed on there for a long time. It kind of blended in with the tree.
A metal angel. Now, that would be nice. A metal angel would be cool.
Here's one of her wings fell off, looks like.
But don't you think it, do you think it needs to be like big and make a statement, or just medium?
Do I have some of those little cookie cutters over there?
Those what?
Cookie cutters.
Are you taking over my tree?
Picture for, no, I'm just tying things on one side so you can hang them on.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Like a,
Let me see. Here you go.
Yes. Now here's Rudolph.
Y'all also
Rudolph
have
the
some
Red-Nosed.
silver keys. Oh, that's not silver.
There's two hanging over here.
I got some silver keys that I can layer on something. Or, I don't like these long hooks you're making
Cut 'em off.
here, sir.
You got the cutters. Consider yourself a wire cutter lady.
I think I'm going to have to send him home with somebody. Shelly,
Too helpful.
tell August to come get him. No, don't. I need him here.
She fired me and hired me right back.
Okay,
All
let me
right,
turn it a
let's
little bit so
see.
y'all can see a little bit more.
You know, if we had a small picture, that'd be pretty cool. If we had a little tiny, like a
Yeah.
tea party one.
Mhm. See, there's nothing hanging right here. I gotta have something right here.
Maybe just the wings of an angel.
See right here? I gotta have something. Look. You know what?
How about your cup?
Why don't you go? No. Why don't you go get me one of the silver pitchers
That's pretty big. Oh, to hang there?
to hang right here?
Okay. You want to glue these two wings together and use them for something?
I may use them separately, not necessarily together.
I'm going to scrap out these things here.
I know. I'm gonna layer them.
Yeah, we're going to have to get some holes drilled in there.
Are we missing comments of any kind?
I'm probably, I didn't even read the one about sending Augie down.
Mhm.
Or a star cookie cutter for the top.
I just think that would be too little, don't you? A star cookie
Would
cutter?
you like these to hang like this?
I think
or
a
hang
lot of
like
those I'm
this?
going to glue
Okay.
layers, so they
Then
don't
I'm not gonna go
necessarily
through a whole
need
thing.
to have holes in them.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go seek out a small picture. Although I think they're pretty big pictures.
But do y'all, yeah, you can bring a big one. Do y'all see what I mean about how you have to have so much stuff? Now, we didn't have to make it this big. And Ronnie had actually made me a form out of some wire that was kind of like chicken wire, but it was heavier duty. I don't know what it was called. But I thought it was going to be too small for everything. So then he went and got the tomato cage for me, and I said, oh, I don't know if we're going to have enough stuff to put on here. And he goes, oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll have enough. JK, just kidding. Okay, let me see where I can hang this corkscrew. I think this is the first time that I've ever crafted from the floor. Yep. And it will probably be the last. I don't know what's going on with my left hip, but it just gives me fits at night, especially at night. I don't know why it doesn't hurt me as much during the day. But I knew getting down here was, in fact, Rodney goes, Lisa, let me just bring you in like a little bucket to sit on. I said, no, because then I'll have to lean over and that won't be easy on my back. And he goes, if you get down that floor, we're going to have to get a forklift to get you up. That was mean, wasn't it?
I want you to come and see if you say anything bad about me while
I
was
did.
gone.
I said a lot bad about you.
Let's see. Do you have several old silver serving utensils? And tie them together by the handles and have a top sticking
Oh, that would be cute.
out of the tree.
That would be
It
cute.
sounds
Uh-oh.
like-
Look, this is stuck on the road.
It sounds like wind chimes. Careful.
It does sound like wind chimes, but it doesn't sound pretty.
Okay. You need to sit on a lazy Susan, I
Now,
think.
let me turn it a little bit more so I can get to this side and they can see what we've already put on there. And here's another one of these long hooks.
There's something.
That one's not big enough. It needs to be that bigger one
Well, yeah.
to go right in the middle.
What about down here?
Well, we may put another one there, but see that's just a big open gap up there.
Mm-hmm.
So Why don't you see if you can wire that on there?
I bet put a couple of wires on that one.
Okay,
I don't want to spill the tea, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Jelly beans. Can I have some wire, please? Thank you. Okay, we got a little snowman cookie cutter here that's going on here. Man, I remember when I was growing up as a child too, using all these metal cookie cutters. Now you can get them in plastic. But I remember all the metal cookie cutters, and it was so much fun making cookies.
And a lot of them were that copper colored aluminum to make it look like a jello, or like a jello mold and everything of that color.
Yeah. I think that's one reason I like Christmas so much. It makes me very nostalgic. Makes me miss my parents for sure. But I don't know. I like all the old memories coming back of Christmas past. And you know, thinking about what we used to do when I was a child, and then, you know, we tried to establish our own traditions with our children. It's just, I don't know, I just get real nostalgic with Christmas. And I loved it when I went in Hobby Lobby yesterday for two reasons. Number one, I was not in a hurry. Many times when I go in there, I'm going in there just, you know, for something specific, and then I'll hurry on out before I spend $5,000. But when I went in, all the fall stuff was out, y'all, and just makes me, that with that first pillow I saw said sweater weather, and I was like, oh, I love it. I can't wait for sweater weather. I need you on comments, sir. I can't read from back here.
Let's see what's going on with the comments. It sounds like wind chimes. A baby shower. The gift to the guest was a teddy bear cookie cutter along with a cookie recipe. Now that baby is 21.
Aww.
That was Diane.
21 years old. Now legal. Officially. Although that whole being legal at 18 and then being legal at 21 stuff, I don't necessarily go along with. Age is just a number. And mine's unlisted. That's what the commercial said. Can I have a piece of... I think that there's a whole lot of...
Where do you want that? Here or here?
Doesn't matter. A whole lot of teenagers that are more mature than some adults I know. But I don't think that when you turn 18 years old, you are just automatically an adult in your behavior. And to me, the behavior is what makes you an adult or not.
What?
The butter top.
I hung it on there, I think. I figured that was a great place for it.
I figure I don't like it. Students, time to sit down. I can't see anybody up there. I'm hidden behind all that.
They probably can't see you either.
Really?
Evangeline Thoreau says, I love this.
Evangeline, hey!
Diane Newman says, agree about being 18 or not, and not an adult.
Yes. I know some 30 and 40-year-olds that don't act like adults. Just because they're 30 or 40 doesn't make them an adult, in my opinion. Opinion.
Now that filled in a big gap when I put that one in there.
That's pretty cool. Oh, this thing's going to be super heavy.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how we're going to get it out of here.
That's your job.
You plant a big tomato in the middle of it. Tomato plant.
I've been waiting to do this for a long time. But I just didn't have enough stuff. Still don't think I'm going to have enough stuff. But it's something that I can add to next time I go someplace. Y'all, some of this stuff I went to the Dollar General and got today because I went to that antique store I told you about. And good gracious, first of all, they didn't have a lot of stuff like this. But the prices were ridiculous. So then I went to the Dollar General and I got the whisk and I got the 2 things that go in the sink and I got the cheese grater and I don't know, several things.
Put me a little glue here and we stick them together. You said you might want to put them separate, but that's hard on angels to cut their wings in half.
Now how do you know that's hard on an angel? Have you ever talked to one?
Well, I was talking about Michael.
Have you ever talked to Michael?
No, but I saw his movie. We just talked about him last time, I think. Favorite angels.
Yeah, we were talking about favorite angels. We did that on this page.
Yep.
We talked about favorite angels. All right, let's see where we can put another key, y'all. That was pathetic. Take that off.
They can't see it anyway. The
That
camera's
was terrible.
hitting in the middle. I need to back up a little more.
I
This
think
tree
you
gets
do.
bigger.
Yeah. Now, one thing I could do, y'all tell me what you think, is I could get silver spray paint and spray everything the same color.
And then all your details would go away. You couldn't get the reflections off here.
I didn't ask you, I asked him.
I think you should paint each piece individually a different color.
Well, I'm not going to do that. So, see if you can come up with some better suggestions. You can put something around that for me. And then I've got another big spoon here that needs something. And here's another. Oh, I got a bunch of, what you call it over here? Cookie cutters. And I have this little fork. Oh, and I have the cheese grater too we hadn't put on. Ronnie took the handle off of that for me because I didn't, the handle was plastic and I didn't like it. Now this one, maybe I can go through one of these holes right here. Yeah, I can do that. Shh. Shh. Be quiet.
Like it is without painting. Oh no!
Oh no!
The fallen butter dish.
The butter dish top. Y'all, when we got this silver stuff, this was in a box. I showed y'all when we got it. It was in a box with 2 silver pitchers, 2 creamers, 2 sugars, and that butter dish lid, no dish, for $13. 13 or 23? I don't remember.
Not
I think
even
it was
13, I don't think.
I think it was $13. I couldn't believe it. And I wasn't about to ask if that was the right price. I just said I would like this, please. Comments, please, sir.
Great price.
Yeah, you got that
Well,
right now.
this says Dana.
So, I'm curious to know, do you all go out of town on Christmas? And if so, where do you go? Or do you stay home? We usually go to Rodney's family's, his brother and sister-in-law's house at the farm where Rodney grew up for Christmas Eve. And everybody just brings like finger foods and games. The kids will play games. Some of the family will usually play rook, have 2 or 3 tables of rook going. And we just eat the night away and play games and visit. And then we spend the night there. I need some of these done, please. We spend the night down in the area somewhere with one of the family members. And then the next day, we usually go to his sister's house where we have a big lunch. The last 2 years, it's been an Italian lunch, and everybody's brought stuff. And then we play games, like one of those open present games, you know, where you draw a number, and then a couple of other games we play.
My family comes to my house, and we go to my in-laws. I wonder if that means that when the family comes, she leaves. And Diane says, I stay home, my family is in the same area.
Oh, good. That's good.
Our family.
I got all my sisters with me. That's what we sang with the sisterhood thing at Pender's one year, but it was pathetic.
Yep, pretty bad.
We tried to work on it in groups, but it just never panned out.
Seemed like there's a bunch of people did recordings of that too. But somebody had their face painted up with checks.
Yep. Totally forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so maybe nobody will disturb us while we're trying to finish up this menagerie junk tree. Rodney came up with that big word menagerie, by the way.
I didn't know what it meant, but it sounded cool. That's important. Sound cool.
Hey, who else is telling us what they do on Christmas?
Well, that would be Shelley. She says she tries to leave. And Dana says all 5 of us kids and our families always have a Christmas Eve to get together, like you, Lisa. We all bring whatever we want and open gifts and just enjoy each other.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Just being together as family. I love it. All right, let me see if I can glue another one of these on here. It's coming along, y'all.
Yeah, if you had a bunch more little pieces, you could just keep adding layers of them on there.
Oh yeah, we've got lots of forks and knives over here.
But I think at some point you want to get it where it's going to be and finish it up there, because once you get a bunch of other little stuff on, they're going to start falling off.
Yeah. Where's that baggie that had the half spoons or forks in them?
Let's see. Can't pick your family. That looks like a tree for the Tin Man. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
It's the Tin Man's Christmas tree. You're right.
That is right. We had a baggie out here that had half. Here it is, right here. These are some that Rodney cut off last year, like the ends of forks and knives and spoons when I was making the Halloween wind chimes.
And when I was making that fork tree and several other things. Now, one thing I'll give y'all, this is the tip for the day. Tip for the day.
This is your, what's it called? What are we calling it?
I forgot. But the tip for the day is artifact.
Artifact, yeah.
If you decide to use forks and knives, unless you're rich people, most of them are going to be stainless steel and maybe with silver plate over them or something like that. If you got real silver ones, I don't advise cutting them up. I'd save them and cash them in. But if you're going to cut up regular flatware that's stainless steel, it is tough. And I started out using a grinder cutting them off to make things. But then I figured out that for a lot of the stuff, I could use bolt cutters and cut them up with bolt cutters. So you can like clamp one side of bolt cutters in a vise and just use it and just snip them right off. And it saves a lot of grinding and a lot of effort. So those ladies that don't have your bolt cutters, talk to your husbands. They probably got one somewhere. And get them to cut your flatware in little pieces for you. Pretty cool designs out there for it. I've got it's like a hummingbird made out of them that I want to make. Saw a picture of it somewhere, but I haven't got around to that. I've got too many other little projects ahead of it.
Y'all heard something on the news briefly today. I don't know how true it is, but it said that something about they may be announcing within a week something to do with our currency, and people better make sure that they've got their money out of the bank or ready or whatever. I don't know.
There's been a lot of people talking about stuff like that for a good while. I don't know how much of it is just hype trying to get you to buy gold or something. But
no, this had nothing to do with gold. This was a report that they recommended people go online and listen to, that they said, you know, may not be on there long, but
yeah, before they take
it's
this down.
something to do with our currency not having the value that it does now, and that you don't want to be necessarily stuck with a lot of cash with the value that it has now, but I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, so I don't know. That kind of scares me a little bit. Okay, let's put some more of these little ends. Like, I'm liking coming down the little long pieces of these, of the tomato cage, just covering them up with some of these little long spoon and fork handles, because it just makes it look a little more like a decorative piece and less like a tomato cage. I don't know what this is sticking out here, if that's going to poke me in the eye. That's on the picture you put on here.
Oh yeah, I was going to tie both ends of it, and then I saw it looked like it just fit pretty well with just one, so.
I'm going to put this on there, y'all, but it's heavy. It's a wine stopper.
Dana says they want to go to digital currency.
Yeah, but this didn't say anything
and
about
China and other countries want to abandon the American currency. All very scary. Dana says, right, are we supposed to invest in gold and put all those eggs in one basket? The other thing I thought was kind of funny, the companies that say, you don't need to have all this cash, you need to buy gold. And yet, what are you buying gold with? Cash. So they're willing to take your cash to get you to buy gold.
This had nothing to do with gold. It didn't have to do with like Bitcoin or anything like that. It was just talking about the value of the dollar itself, and that the dollar as we know it would possibly be taken off the market. Yeah. But there's a report that you can get on the internet that talks about it, and I think there's actually 2 different reports.
Yeah. I haven't looked at any of them, but I'm a little skeptical. I'm thinking they might be trying to sell something.
They might be, but I don't know. I know people have been talking about the value of the dollar going down for a long time.
Well, it certainly has. Just with inflation, they're down about 10% in the last year. So 9% or something. So, but if everybody could get maybe a 20% raise, then 9% take away from that, you'd end up with 11% raise. That'd be pretty good. I'd figure out how to get a 20% raise though. All right, your menagerie tree is
Coming
up.
along.
I'm going to keep backing this up as your tree gets bigger. We can't keep it in the picture.
Y'all, this may be one that has to be finished off camera or finished when I get some more stuff. I don't know, but I think it is looking pretty cool. If I do say so myself.
I think this is a penguin. Possibly. Cookie cutter.
I thought it was Santa with his bag on his back. It is.
Yeah, that's Santa. It's either Santa or penguin, one of the two.
It's not a penguin, it's Santa. Okay, let's take some of these little spoons and see where I can glue some on to cover up some of the wire.
Yeah.
These spoons are plastic. They're from the Dollar Tree. They're little bitty. But they're cute and they're silver.
It's chiming.
So my friend Jody found on the Nextdoor app in her area today a lady that said that she was just tired of her house being so junky and that she had a ton of crafting supplies that she wanted to get rid of, but she didn't necessarily want to sell them. And so Jody told her that she and I'd take them off her hands. And she said some of it was that she mentioned was yarn, which we don't need any yarn necessarily. But she said that another lady responded about the same time Jody did and said that her mother likes to crochet and would love to have the yarn. And so Jody replied back and said, you know, Lisa and I, or my friend and I, wouldn't necessarily need the yarn. We would love for, you know, her to have it. So she just lives right down the street from my friend, and last I talked to her, she said she hadn't heard back from her, so I don't know if that's going to work out or what supplies were even included. And, you know, it may not be anything much that we can use, because you never know what, when somebody says craft supplies, what they got. But if somebody's getting rid of stuff like that, I'm not going to, and they don't want you to buy it necessarily, I'm not going to pass up that opportunity.
Dana said that she sees you using a tomato cage and her tomatoes aren't doing so well in this heat. Really?
Speaking of that, I don't know if this is totally not on that subject, I don't know why I thought about that, but I think I mentioned the other day something about my hummingbirds. I had not seen near as many of my hummingbirds as I did last year, and I have 4 feeders out. I think I did have 5, and the other one I just finally put away. And when we were house sitting for our friends, I noticed that they didn't have many hummingbirds initially. And then a couple of days later, we saw 2 or 3 come up. And that's when I put some videos on my page of them having a big time with each other. And so their feeders were running out of food, and so I got in touch with her, and she asked me to make some more food, and I did, and put it out. And but I've been so disturbed that mine weren't coming, because they're usually here way before now. And last year I think we had 6 or 7. Of course, it's hard to tell because you never know which ones are, you know, same ones coming back. But anyway, when we got home from our last trip, I asked my daughter and granddaughters had they seen any hummingbirds, and they said, well, nope, they weren't necessarily looking for them. And not long after that, I saw one, and it looked like that we just had one. And today I was outside, and I think I counted 3. And what was so funny was they were going from the hummingbird feeders over to the sunflowers. And it looked like they were trying to get something out of the sunflowers, which I thought was hilarious. I've never seen them do that. And then they quickly came back to the hummingbird nest. But I was so glad to see 3, because I know we normally have more than that. And those little birds are so intriguing to me, how they fly south for the winter, like to South America. And they usually come back the next year to the very same feeders that they were at the year before. And how in the world those little critters can fly, first of all, how they can fly that far is beyond me. And secondly, how they can know where to come back the next year is absolutely amazing to me. And that's just another example in my book, or another reason to believe in God, because I just don't think that
it all just happened by chance.
That it happened by chance, or that mankind came up with that. I just think it's so cute. And then, I don't know if y'all saw on my page or not, but this morning I posted a video of this man that found some baby bunnies in a bush outside his house. And he lay down on his stomach and held his hand out and just started making this noise going. And the bunnies all came out and sniffed around his hand. It was the cutest thing ever.
6 little bunnies.
Any comments, sir?
Let's see. Dana totally agrees. And Diane says birds are amazing. Robins can hear worms moving in the ground.
Can they really? That's cool.
You see them going.
That's
And then they kill those poor worms.
cool.
Yeah, we may have to make another trip to the junk store and get some more
I tried
things.
to tell you. I tried to tell him.
I could have got a smaller tomato thing.
Cage. Well, I'm not taking this apart if that's what you're thinking.
I think if we were driving down the road with this sitting here, that it would make a little racket.
I think it probably would. I'm going to put some of these crystals up there. Let me wipe them off real quick with my rag. These crystals that I've got right here are not from that chandelier I got one time. These were from, I have two candle stands that I'd gotten, I think from Goodwill or a thrift store. And they had little crystals hanging around them, and they were so cute. And when I was down in my art studio, why do I keep picking up ones that don't have hooks on them? Let me just use one of your hooks. I thought, now these might be cute to give it just a little sparkle, especially if it ends up being outside. Then when the sun hits them, they'll be really pretty. So, see, I can't, where's the camera? There it is. So, I'm going to hang some little, that crystal's not going to show, so let's hang it down here, where it's got some room. How many, don't I have another silver pitcher or two down there? Yeah. We could put one down here.
Or here, or here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get all your pictures tied up in this thing, but like you said, we can take them out and use them for another craft.
That's right. That is correct.
I'll go get you a couple.
Let's see about this fork right here. You know, it's been a long time since I've said this, so I want to say it now. If anybody has any prayer requests, I love to pray for people. And if you want to share it with the group, you're more than welcome to do that by just leaving a comment. But if you don't feel comfortable sharing it with the group, but you want me to pray for you or even with you, you can leave me a personal message, a PM, or you can email me at craftandcruise, spell out the word and, at gmail.com. And I would love to pray for and or with you.
All right, let me see if I can find a picture or two. Kimberly says, back, I just finished work for the week. Your menagerie is coming along.
It is coming along, girl. But I still don't think we have enough stuff, believe it or not.
It weighs about 50 pounds right now.
Yeah, it does.
So
I wanted it to be so full that you couldn't see through it, but that is not going to happen.
that's a ways off.
Not gonna happen.
This one is about 4 times the mass of the one you had a picture of.
Okay, let's see here. So, also I announced at the beginning, I don't know if all y'all were here or not, that 2 things. I really need to get my Telegram numbers up because there is so much weird shenanigans going on this platform that, you know, you never know when you're going to get on and see that you can't make an announcement or see anybody or whatever. So having the Telegram up there makes it really easy for me to communicate with you all. If I have like an announcement to make, or I want you to know that, you know, when I'm going live or whatever, the Telegram really helps. So I think I was at 79 last time I looked. When I get to 100, I'm going to do a giveaway. And then I also ask everyone to please, if you haven't already, and some of you have, send me your email address. Where are y'all? Send me your email address so that I can get in touch with you. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, I will not share it with anybody anytime. But again, we have been told that it's really a wise thing to do to be able to get in touch with everybody through email, because if the page, something happens to the page, then if you don't have email addresses, it's a lot harder to get in touch with people. And so I need to be able to get in touch with you guys. Put you messages on here. Oh yeah, I've got some silver 50s. I don't want to use this one right here.
Too plain.
I'm thinking I may want to use that one over by you, closest to you.
You don't want to use this one?
No, I don't.
Let's see what we got. My GF's grandson is in Children's Hospital with viral meningitis.
Oh,
Please pray
gosh.
for him. That's Kimberly.
Kimberly, my little sister, Amanda, had viral meningitis when she was about maybe 6 or 7. My mom was in New York with the Nashville Children's Theater Group, and I was kind of left in charge of my sisters that day. My dad had gone to play golf, and Amanda hadn't felt well the night before, but she had a friend spend the night, so we all thought she was doing okay. And then the next morning, my dad woke me up and told me where he was going to play golf, which is where he usually played golf, which is down in the town where he worked. And so, you know, he said, just look after your sisters. Well, when Amanda got up, she did not want to play with her friend. She was just like, her friend kept wanting to play, and she kept saying, I don't feel like playing, I don't want to play. And I was like, Amanda, that is rude. She spent the night with you last night. You need to get up and play with her. And she was like, I don't feel like it. And so I went to my neighbor's house, Margie, and told her what was going on. And I said, I don't know what to do. And she said, well, let me come over and check her. And so she came over there, and she said, I took her temperature. And she said, yeah, she's got a fever. And she was complaining that her head and her stomach hurt at the same time. So Margie called for me, our pediatrician, and he said to get her to his office immediately. So I had not had my driver's license long, so that would have made her, close to 8. And so I got her in the car, and I took her over there. And after he examined her, he said, where's your dad? Or where's your mom? And I said, my mom's in New York. He goes, where's your dad? And I said, he's playing golf. And he said, you need to get in touch with him. We need to take her to Vanderbilt to do a scan.
This was pre-cell phones for sure.
Oh, for sure. And so I tried to call my dad at the country club where I thought he said he was going to play. And they said that he wasn't there. And I didn't know what other country club he would be at. And so I was freaking out. So I took her to Vanderbilt. And fortunately, when we got down there, I happened to run into my mother and father's physician. He saw me sitting out in the hall. And they had said that they were going to have to do a spinal tap on her. Well, I didn't know anything about a spinal tap at the time, but it didn't sound good to me. And our doctor was so mad at me. Lisa, I can't believe you don't know where your dad is. I need your dad's permission to do this test, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I thought that's where he said he was going. And so he said, you put her in your car, you get her to Vanderbilt, and I'll meet you down there. So he did, and that's when I saw my parents. They took her right back, and they wouldn't let me go. And I saw my parents' doctor, and he said, what are you doing here? And I told him. I started crying, and he said, let me go check on her. And so he went back there and found out they were going to do a spinal tap on her. And they thought that she had spinal meningitis, but she ended up having viral meningitis. And so, of course, they had to use, back in that day, they used mercurochrome, to clean off your back and make sure all the germs were off before they put any kind of IV or anything in. So she had this big place on her back with mercurochrome on it. Well, when we were on our way home, word had gotten to my dad, because my dad was at that location, but he was playing, it was under a different name that they had listed it under. And so he was en route down there as fast as he could get there, and we passed him. And Margie said, there goes your dad right now. But of course, no cell phone, we couldn't get in touch with him. And so when he got home, she had to lay real still. She couldn't really get up and do much. And the doctor said that, I think he put her on medicine, I don't remember. But he said that, give her a little time, she'll be fine. And so my dad said to my sister, now, I do not want you telling your mother when she calls home what has happened, because she will be on the next flight home, and there's no reason for her to come home. You're absolutely fine. Of course, Amanda was really wanting to tell Mom what happened to her. And so she wouldn't let Daddy wipe the mercurochrome off or anything. So when we went to the airport a couple days later to pick up my mom, and at that time you could actually walk to the gate and meet people when they came in. And so as we were walking that way, Amanda had her shirt up in the back. She turned around and was walking backwards and had her shirt up. She goes, Mom, look. Of course, my mother freaked out. She was like, what in the world has happened? And she was livid that my dad didn't call her and let her know. But, it just took time, and she was fine. I will pray for your friend's child. too close to the other one. Can we put it over here, maybe? Or even up here?
There's not room up there. Take some stuff off, maybe.
I don't like this one here. It's not working.
See
Is
who's
this
sitting
two or
right here.
one? Ooh, ay, 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 ay. Hot, 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 hot.
Glad Amanda was okay, says Kimberly.
Yep. She was fine. It scared the you-know-what out of me because I was in charge. And then the doctor just shooed me a new one. And then when he found out that that, in fact, is where my dad was, he did later at another visit apologize to me. But he said, you know, I knew that this was potentially serious and we needed to get in touch with your dad, and you didn't seem to know where your dad was, and, you know, that worried me, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, and you had me scared to death. And the other thing was, I adored our pediatrician. And so for him to fuss at me just broke my heart. It's like, Dr. Jason is mad at me. Have you figured it out yet, sir?
Yeah. I like to kind of hang it like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's being poured. Looking for a good spot.
Turn this.
I think you're right. It needs to go on the opposite side over there.
Yeah, it does. So you need to turn this around, is what you're saying?
It's kind of getting where it doesn't want to turn on either the
Can you
carpet or
help
anything.
me? Did that just come off yet?
Some of these things are just kind of, look at it right here.
Wait, let me get, okay. Let's just lift it up.
Not much.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Dump the whole thing out. Just left it. I'd work with that.
Okay. All right, now those forks came off over there. Leave one. Put something down here.
You're
Kind of
really,
cute, y'all.
you're really wiring these things on good. I just been kind of hooking them on like Christmas
I'm
ornaments.
wiring them.
Yeah, now I need to take some off and they're in the way. I'll unhook this one. That's one I did. I can just unhook it. Sugar. Shake the tree.
Sugarfoot. That's what my mom used to say.
That was
My
her.
mother would not cuss or anything. She would say sugarfoot.
You can tell
Or fudge. She'd say, oh, fudge. Somehow that just doesn't do it for me. Fudge just doesn't get it. It's not strong enough word. I've been taking some of these spoons, these little plastic spoons, off their handles, but they kind of look weird like that, so I think I need to leave them on now. I made a whole wreath with some of these spoons, but they were the bigger ones. I should post pictures sometime. They turned out really cute. That was, gosh, that was right after I started crafting.
Probably saw the shabby tree do it.
I did. That's exactly where I saw it. That is precisely where I saw it. She may not know the impact she's had on people. Oops. Someone is here. that didn't stay. Where did I have it? Right here. Hi, y'all. Peekaboo.
Are you going to put lights on it?
No, I am not. It would be too much trouble to put lights on it, and that's just going to add even more weight. So no, I don't think lights are in the cards for this particular tree.
Maybe shine a light on it.
Yeah. I mean, I have some fairy lights, but it would take several containers or packages of fairy lights to get them all covered, and I just don't know that that's really the best thing to do. I never did finish the other palette trees that I did to show y'all a picture of, so I think what I'm going to do is post pictures of the palette trees that I made last year, because I've got pictures of them with the ornaments and everything on them. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday really with one specific thing in mind. I wanted to get some greenery to do, you know, one of those model things where it's just the woman's like bust down to her waist, and I wanted to do it, you know, with the skirt made out of all of the greenery. And I thought for sure, since Hobby Lobby had their other holiday stuff out, that they would have some of that greenery, and they didn't. I was so disappointed. And then today I just realized something I forgot to get while I was there, so then that was a bummer. But y'all, I could stay in that store for hours. I love it when I can go like I did yesterday and just shop around, because they play praise and worship music, which I absolutely love. And it's just a feel-good place to me. Hobby Lobby is just a feel-good store. Do y'all agree? I don't love to go shopping anymore. My mother used to say she's going to get me a t-shirt that said Born to Shop, because I used to love to shop at the malls and stuff. Even if I didn't buy anything, I love to shop. I hate to shop now. Since you can do it online, that's my favorite way to shop. But we need to turn it so I can put a few more plastic spoons and things on.
Okay. Better take
Ready?
a picture in case it crashes.
Here we go.
Oh, there's the spoon just came off. Oh, sticking.
And it's sticking on this thing again. That's the problem. It's stuck right there on this thing. Okay. Let me put some more.
There's a hole right here.
All right, let's get that hole filled in. We don't want any holes.
Well,
Y'all, I'm going to put a cross on here, a silver cross.
put me some glue to hold that
Oh,
on.
yeah. What
I'm gonna
about
put
this? We can hang it. Oh, you
I'm
need
putting
it right
this
there.
hole right here. And I need the lid not to fall off. So let's just put a little right in that little groove right there. Just to hold it on.
I used to try to incorporate a cross in all of my paintings, but they weren't necessarily obvious. And then the last paintings I did, I got away from that, and I really want to start doing that again, because the cross is so significant. So I'm going to try to remember to start putting a cross in all of my crafts. So I have this one right here, and it's so pretty. This is a totally, oh, I can't see. This is a totally dazzled cross. I love it.
So when folks get on the replays, anything they need to do special?
Just hashtag replay please make sure you're on my Telegram. I'll be doing a Telegram giveaway when I get to 100 followers. Last I checked, there were 79. There may be more now. I don't know.
On Telegram.
And then I have asked everyone to please send me your email address, private message, or to craftandcruise@gmail.com. Spell out the word "and." I will never share it with anybody. I just need it for my own purposes in the event that something happens to this platform or to my page on this platform, for me to be able to get in touch with everybody. So I can promise you 1,000% I will not give it to anybody. But it helps me to have it because I'm just concerned that at some point in time there may be a system fail, and especially if people aren't on my Telegram, then they won't know where I am, or
there'd be no way of getting in touch with people.
Right.
So
that's the only reason I want it. That's the only reason. And if you didn't hear me say earlier, I am now going to be a presenter on Craft Round the Clock, and I'm thrilled. Already got a couple of dates on the calendar, so that's exciting. It's an honor and a privilege to get to do it.
Okay.
And y'all, if you get on my page, I know you're going to say, why is your link tree up here with a bunch of squares on it and nothing connected to it? Because I don't know how to do it yet. So, I thought I was pretty good with technology until I started trying to do link tree, and then I'm like, what in the world? So, I'm going to get it figured out one way or the other. But so far, I hadn't been too successful. I need to turn it again.
You're snagging on your end now, that leg.
Y'all, this thing,
We may have to mount it on a wooden plate to give it a base, because it's the little barbs are sticking in the ground.
whew, it's heavy. So, do y'all like it? Send me some hearts if you like it. Or do you think it just looks like a piece of junk?
Kimberly said it's very exciting. You'll be a TV star like Debbie.
Oh, girl. No. I'm not going to be on the TV. I'm just going to be on the Facebook page.
You never know. Might be another Vanna White or something.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Hold, please. Trying to get this drip.
Anyway, Kimberly loves your tree.
Kimberly, thank you. I love you. I need to see your beautiful face. I don't like it. It's been so long. I don't like it at all. It's been too long. I need to see her.
Diane loves it.
Thank you, sweet Diane.
I think everybody sees that we're kind of tapering off on it. We're getting quieter and the tree's getting fuller.
Yeah, but you know, if little's good, more's better, so I'm not done. I gotta check for holes. That's what my mother used to say, y'all, when she would do her hair. You know, she teased her hair every day, and she she was from the generation where women got their hair done once a week, you know, at the beauty salon. And so when I'd be up there and she'd tease her hair, she'd say, check for holes, Lisa. Make sure she didn't have any places that she hadn't teased it well. I sure do miss her. If you've still got your mama, count your blessings and seize every moment you can.
Just heart supplying.
One of these. Thank y'all. Something needs to go.
Kimber said you could add solar lights to it and put it outside. I know lots going on this summer.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. Oh, this is cute. That's like a dingle hopper.
Yeah, there's a lot of those dingle hoppers on there now.
All right, you guys. I'm going to let you guys go because I'm probably going to sit here and play with this for a little while. And I know just watching me glue stuff on is boring. You can't even see my face. So I appreciate, I may not be able to get up off this floor anyway. I appreciate y'all coming on and watching me. When I get it figured out what I'm going to do on the top, I will post a picture. Ronnie, why don't you pick up the camera and stand back so they can see what you've done on the top already?
What
The little angel wings that are up
because
there.
we can't really see the top now.
I know, so I said move it back.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do it like this.
And I love y'all, and I want you to be blessed, be a blessing. Come a little bit closer so they can see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, you guys, have a great weekend. I'll be on again tomorrow at some point. Please remember my friend Linda as we put her mom to rest tomorrow. And remember, if you have prayer requests, send them to me. I love each and every one of you, and we'll see you soon. Bye. You hit finish.
Finish.
Now, hit never delete or whatever.
What's this? Top Star Cinder stuff.